رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. Today is our Monday Moms Matter, right? The goal today is to talk about a subject that is inevitable for many of us. That is to come from the storm to the calm. Now, what do I mean by storm? What do I mean by calm, right? And ideally, the goal should be as Muslims, as moms, that we are never in the storm. We are always catching the storm even before it arises. But sadly, many of us haven't been taught emotional regulation as growing up. That was not the generational wealth we got. So we are not trained, which is the right word, trained, because it does take training to know exactly how to catch your emotions, how to know when your body is about to flip. And sadly, because subhanallah, Ummah is struggling. Many people do live in unhealthy relationships. So their constant state is very close to the storm. And because of that, when their body does go in the flight and fight mode, it doesn't necessarily seem as different. So catching it is very difficult for those people until they train themselves and their regular is the calm. So when they will even have like a slight itty bitty bit of increase in heart rate, or like their thoughts will be going 1,000 miles per hour, they will be able to catch themselves that, hey, this is not my calm. Something is off with me. I need to catch myself here. But because many people are not living in that dynamic, their regular is the storm-ish, if not fully the storm. So when the storm comes, they don't even recognize it. So they end up slipping in that, I don't even know what to call that, but it's a deep hole because it's like then there is a domino effect. One thing falls and the other one falls and the other one falls. And when I say storm, what I want you to imagine is lots of emotions to the point that the person themselves doesn't know what the hell just happened here. A whole lot thoughts, thinking 1,000 miles per hour, um, and everything in the way is in danger. What a storm looks like for one person versus the other one is different. Some people are good enough that in the storm they wouldn't necessarily say verbally something or physically something, but they would still be passive aggressive. You can see they have a storm going on, even if they are in denial, because on a superficial level, they're not necessarily doing anything. But it doesn't mean that there is no storm. So how your storm looks like will be very different than somebody else's storm. And in that moment, this is a moment maybe if you want to stop the video and ask yourself that, hey, what does my storm look like? How do I react with my children, or how am I with my children when things don't go my way? Uh, do I shut down? Do I push them away? Do I yell at them? Do I freaking destroy their self-worth? Yes, yes, let's admit it. A lot of us moms who are hurting and choosing not to heal, yes, it's a choice. Yes, it's a choice, especially considering how much I even offer free help, how I have made moms coaching affordable and everything. Nobody can stand up and say to me that I cannot afford it. No, it's a choice. And that's fine. That is fine if that's what you're choosing for yourself, but just know that it's a choice. So, with that choice, many moms are choosing to stay stuck. Many moms are choosing to stay hurt. And that bleeds on the children. Their self-worth is being destroyed. Subhanallah al-Azim, I cannot And I'm not saying as somebody who's perfect myself, but I would say that Allah has allowed me to be humble enough to see when I'm wrong and correct the wrongs because, yes, they are correctable, but they're only correctable when we accept that there is something wrong. So many of our Muslim ummah, our youth is struggling because their parents were struggling. We are coming to masajid, we are complaining to shuyukh, we are saying, oh no, like my daughter no longer wants to wear hijab, my son no longer wants to have Islam, and all of those things. But we are not talking about what we did to them as Muslim parents as they were growing up. We butchered their self-worth and not taking accountability for that as Muslim parents, it's horrible. We need to take accountability that we have storms and we have to choose to handle our storms ourselves. That is not our children's job. Our children are not supposed to be our referees, our therapists, our caregivers. No, it is not a child's responsibility to handle the emotional drama that parents have in the house. Whether they chose to stay married or they chose to leave each other, regardless, it is not a child's burden to bear. We have to be the ones who say, I have a storm, I will take care of it, and I will protect my child from my storm. One of the du'as I give to my children is that may Allah protect you from my evil, because we all have evil. Saying that we don't and being blind to it does us a lot of disservice. So acknowledge that yes, there is a storm, but now how does that storm show up for you? You have to sit with yourselves and be bluntly honest, like to the T. Be honest. How do I really show up when I'm angry? Who all did I blame? Who all did I get angry at? When I was assigning tasks, how exactly did I do it? Was I respectful towards my teenager? Or was I putting him or her down? Or reminding them of how worthless they are? SubhanAllah, it's not a blame to us moms. It's not. It's to recognize that we have the power to change the dynamic if only we take the accountability and recognize that yes, I have a storm. I want to fix it. Now for so many parents, they stay stuck in the storm or they stay stuck in the guilt that comes after the storm. Okay, something happened. You blew up. Things went left. Now what? That's where I come in today. I want you guys to figure out what's the emotion you get when you are in that state. Now you got angry, things went left, everything didn't work out as you imagined it would. What's the emotion you have in that moment? Can one of you just type in the chat in the Q&A section? What's the emotion that you experience when you have just gotten out of that storm? Because for many people, it is guilt. It is either the guilt that, hey, how did I do that to my child? Or it is an anger that, how dare I do this to my child? Or it is even anger at the children, or even anger at the other parent or people around. And then we stay stuck in that emotion as opposed to actually working and resolving it. And that's where it's important to recognize that while a storm happened, it does not have to become the whole day. It does not have to become what defines or becomes the story of that day for you or your children. And that's where I want us to take a few steps, inshallah. I want to teach you guys 6 steps. And hopefully, if you ever go through that incident again, which, subhanAllah, if we are honest with ourselves, even the best of us have storms sometimes here and there. And may Allah guide us and allow us to be healthier to the point that our storms with time become so rare and eventually to the point that we never have a storm, inshallah. But in the meantime, our storms reduce in time and how much they impact everybody around us. So the 6 steps would be number one, stop, catch yourself. Okay, drama happened, um, things happened, a storm came. Now you recognized, as soon as you recognized it, catch yourself and stop. That's the first step. For many people, stopping is hard. They just go in the cycle. Now we are here, so might as well. Now, now we are held accountable for each and every word that comes out of our mouth. So if you can save your akhirah by not saying that extra word, hold it. Hold it. Number two, physically distance yourself. Now, when I say physically distance, I want to be very careful and I want to be honest and clear. When I'm saying physically distance, I do not mean push away your children. I'm not saying when they're coming for a hug, you just you no, I need to go. No, that's not what I'm saying. Don't say things like, yeah, you are so horrible, so I need to be away. No. When I say physically distance, it means, hey, babies, I'm sorry for what just happened. I need 5 minutes by myself. I'll be back soon. And then go. If somebody comes for a hug, let them have a hug and then be like, hey, I gotta go. I love you. I'm not upset at you, but I have some things that I need to handle by myself. I want to make sure you are safe and I want to make sure I go and handle it. So give me 5 minutes. With time, in beginning, children might give you a hard time with that, but with time, they will learn that this is your pattern and they will allow you to go and take your 5 minutes because they will see that after those 5 minutes, when you come back, you are a better mom in terms of how you show up for them. So don't hesitate to create that pattern. Step number three, deep breathing. Now, when I say deep breathing, I'm not talking about what people be doing, like, in, out, in, out, in, out. No, take your time. Slow down. Take 4 seconds to get the breathing in and then release it. And as you release it, take your time and do it from the depths of your belly. Like, fully let it out. Don't care if it makes a noise or doesn't make a noise. Let it fully out. And as you do it, slowly imagine and feel your body relaxing, and you will experience the calm. Do it 3 times minimum, more if you need to. Do the deep breathing. So that's the step number three. Step number four, make wudu with cool water. If you cannot make wudu, then at the very least, wash your face. Wash your face with cool water, not cold water, not in Illinois winter. Cool water. That will really help you calm down. Step number five, drink a glass of water. That helps tremendously. Tremendously. Number six. Yeah, number six. We are at number six. Breathe with the change in the belief. So now it's important that ultimately the way the situation will change for you is once you change your mindset around that situation. But you could not have done that in the beginning when you were in the fight and flight response mode. You needed to calm down. Your body needed to calm down for you to be able to now absorb a new perspective. So after you have done these steps, you have paused, you have done the physical distance with nice attitude to the best of your ability. You have done the deep breathing. You have washed your face. You have drunk a glass of water. Now you're going to do the belief work. What is the belief work? Accept that yes, things went left, but alhamdulillah, everybody is safe. You are safe. Alhamdulillah, you have an opportunity to make it new, to rewrite the story. You can fix this. It's fixable. You don't have to sit there in the guilt for forever. You don't have to sit there in anger for forever. And do not blame others. Your anger, your storm came from you. Because there are people that you can blow a whole thing around them and they'll be calm because their mind is calm. So nobody else is responsible for your storm except you. And again, it's not a blame. It's from a place of empowerment. When you understand that the storm is coming from you and not anybody else, you learn to handle it. You learn to deal with it. You learn to fix it. So don't blame anybody, but recognize something happened and forgive yourself. Allow yourself the forgiveness necessary to turn the leaf and go the other way in a healthier way, inshallah. And believe that you got this. Allah does not burden a soul more than it can handle. We know that as Muslims, we believe that. But sometimes when things happen, we forget that. So these children, this house, this partner, this emotional storm you just handled, you can handle it. That does not mean that you cannot accept help. That does not mean that you might not need to learn new strategies and skills. It simply means you can handle it. Now, how is something you have to figure out. You only learn how to figure out something once you believe you can. So believe that you can handle it because Allah says you can. So once you say you can, now the question comes, okay, let me figure out how do I do it? Because I know I can. So there is something that's a missing piece of the puzzle. I will resolve it. But to be able to get in that solution focused state, you have to first believe that you can handle this. You got this. Your children are just children. Your home is your home. And in that state, take a few more deep breaths. Believe that everything is okay. And once you are in a calmer state, go out. Don't hesitate to go out. Don't hesitate to accept for your flaws and be like, hey, I'm sorry, I'll do better next time. I too am a human being. I'm learning to get better. Please forgive me for the mistakes I made. But to be able to get there, you need to first calm down. You need to change your belief that you are okay. Kids are okay. It's fixable. It's recoverable. It's not something that's like, you have destroyed your kids and there is no way to back to recovery again. That's not what it is. It's simply something happened. You lost track of yourself. Now you have gotten track of yourself. And now you're back to the parenting. And now you're starting fresh, and Allah will help you because now you have a better understanding of yourself. With each storm, once you follow these steps, you will learn something about yourself. You will learn something about your own storms. You will learn about your own self. A lot of us women have these emotional irregulations because we don't pay attention to our own self. We are so focused at serving other people, taking care of other people, that our entire life becomes about other people. Then, even when it comes to blaming, we are blaming everybody else. Now, look within. Look within, not to blame, but to learn. See within yourself where all you need to do the fixing because you can fix this. You should be your own favorite subject. Each storm should teach you, okay, so this time around I got frustrated because my kids were trying to put their hand on a hot pan. How did we even land there? What happened? How could I have done this better? Okay, this time around we were going in the car, hence I was really loud with the kids that, hey, you're late. Okay, fine. What can I do next time? Can I maybe wake up 5 minutes earlier? Can I change it in a way that it doesn't get that irritated? Is it really my kids who are grumpy all the time, or is it me? So, with each time, learn yourself, and inshallah, 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 the goal is that with time, first of all, you don't even experience storms. If you do, they're not as bad. and you are able to snap back from them in seconds because they're like, you good. I understood exactly what I did there. I'm about to fix it. We good to go. So inshallah, again, I'll repeat the steps. Pause, step away, deep breathing, wash your face or do wudu if possible, drink a glass of water, and do the belief work that you are okay. You got this. Forgive yourself and believe that Allah is taking care of you and your children, inshallah. And with that, inshallah, I'm good to go. I think today really is a lesson that I think everybody needs to pay attention to. Do you guys have any questions or can we end? If you have any questions, you can drop them in the Q&A. Otherwise, we will end the session, inshallah. And I'm talking to the Zoom. I do not pay attention to the Facebook Live at that time. I will wait for 3 seconds and then I will, inshallah, stop. If there are no questions, then we shall end this. 1, 2, 3. I hope you all find this beneficial. If you have any questions or comments, don't hesitate to drop down in the comment section on YouTube, Facebook, wherever you're seeing this after the recording is uploaded, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum.